Your hips are the foundation of movement, responsible for walking, balance, posture, and overall mobility. However, as we age, hip muscles tend to weaken due to sedentary lifestyles, poor movement habits, and muscle loss, sarcopenia. Weak hips can lead to stiffness, poor posture, back pain, knee pain, and even an increased risk of falls. Without strong and mobile hip muscles, everyday tasks like climbing stairs, bending down, or even standing for long periods become more difficult. The good news is that you don't need hours of exercise to strengthen your hips. Just 3 simple yet powerful movements can target every major hip muscle to improve strength, flexibility, and stability. These exercises work the glutes, buttocks, hip flexors, and stabilizing muscles, ensuring that your hips remain strong, pain-free, and fully functional as you age. By practicing these movements consistently, you'll notice improvements in walking speed, reduced joint pain, and better balance. Whether you've been dealing with hip stiffness or discomfort, or just want to prevent future issues, these exercises will help you regain strength and keep your hips working smoothly for years to come. 1. Glute bridges, the foundation of hip strength. One of the most effective exercises for hip strength, lower back support, and posture is the glute bridge. This movement activates the glutes, which are often weak in older adults due to prolonged sitting and inactivity. When the glutes are weak, other muscles, like the lower back and hip flexors, take on more work, leading to pain, stiffness, and poor movement patterns. By strengthening the glutes, you stabilize the hips, improve posture, and reduce back discomfort. To perform a glute bridge, start by lying flat on your back on a comfortable surface, such as a yoga mat or carpet. Bend your knees and keep your feet flat on the ground, hip width apart. Your arms should be relaxed by your sides, with your palms facing down. From here, engage your core and glutes, then slowly lift your hips toward the ceiling, squeezing your buttocks at the top. Hold this position for 2 to 3 seconds, then slowly lower your hips back down. Beginners should aim for 10 to 12 repetitions, while those who feel stronger can increase to 15 to 20 reps per set. If you struggle with balance or mobility, start with a smaller range of motion and gradually work up to a full bridge. To increase difficulty, try placing a resistance band around your thighs or holding the bridge position for longer. Over time, consistent glute bridge exercises will strengthen the hip muscles, improve walking mechanics, and reduce the risk of hip pain and falls. 2. Standing hip abductions. Strengthen hip stabilizers and improve balance. Standing hip abductions target the outer hip muscles, gluteus medius and minimus, which are crucial for stabilizing the pelvis and preventing falls. Weak outer hips contribute to poor balance, knee pain, and inefficient movement patterns, making this exercise essential for daily mobility. To perform standing hip abductions, stand next to a chair or wall for support. Keep your feet hip width apart and engage your core to maintain good posture. Slowly lift one leg out to the side, keeping it straight and avoiding tilting your torso. Hold the position for 1 to 2 seconds, then lower the leg back down with control. Repeat for 10 to 15 reps per leg. If balance is an issue, start with smaller movements and hold on to support. As you get stronger, try performing the exercise without holding on to improve stability. To increase difficulty, use a resistance band around your ankles for added tension. Consistently practicing hip abductions will enhance hip strength, improve balance, and reduce the risk of falls. Why it works. Strengthens the gluteus medius, which supports balance and stability. Improves hip joint mobility, reducing stiffness and discomfort. Prevents knee pain by ensuring proper lower body alignment. 3. Seated hip flexor march. Restore hip mobility and reduce stiffness. Hip flexors are responsible for lifting the legs, bending at the hips, and maintaining an upright posture. Over time, these muscles become tight and weak, leading to hip stiffness, discomfort, and difficulty walking. The seated hip flexor march is an excellent exercise to strengthen the hip flexors and restore smooth movement. To perform this exercise, sit on a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor and knees at 90 degrees. Sit up tall with good posture and engage your core muscles. Slowly lift one knee toward your chest, then lower it back down. Repeat on the other leg, alternating size for 10 to 15 reps per leg. For an added challenge, try using ankle weights or pressing your hands lightly against your thighs for resistance. If lifting the knee feels difficult, start with a smaller range of motion and increase gradually. Over time, this movement will improve hip flexibility, strengthen the hip flexors, and make walking and stair climbing easier. Why it works. Restores hip flexor strength, improving walking efficiency. Prevents stiffness and discomfort, reducing the risk of hip pain. Enhances lower body coordination and movement control. The science behind hip strength and aging. As we age, muscle mass naturally declines, a process known as sarcopenia. This loss of muscle can lead to weakness, instability, and limited mobility, making everyday activities harder. Research shows that targeted resistance exercises, such as glute bridges, hip abductions, and hip flexor marches, can significantly improve strength, flexibility, and balance in older adults. According to a study published in the Journal of Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy, individuals who performed hip strengthening exercises experienced better walking ability, reduced pain, and improved balance within just 8 weeks. Additionally, strengthening the hips can prevent falls, improve bone density, and support lower back health. By incorporating these 3 essential exercises, you're not just building muscle, you're actively preserving your mobility and independence for the future. Why these exercises are essential for hip health. As we age, hip mobility and strength determine how well we can move, balance, and avoid injuries. These 3 exercises specifically target every key hip muscle, the glutes, hip flexors, and stabilizers, ensuring that your hips stay strong, flexible, and pain-free. Unlike high-impact workouts, these movements are gentle on the joints, making them ideal for anyone over 50 who wants to stay mobile and active. Glute bridges are crucial for hip extension and lower back support, reducing the strain on the spine and improving overall posture. Standing hip abductions strengthen hip stabilizers, enhancing balance and reducing the likelihood of falls. Seated hip flexor marches restore hip mobility, ensuring that you can walk, climb stairs, and move efficiently without stiffness or discomfort. How to incorporate these exercises into your routine. Consistency is key when it comes to building strength and improving hip function. These exercises can be done 3 to 4 times per week, taking only 15 to 20 minutes per session. Here's a simple weekly plan to follow. Monday, glute bridges, 3 sets of 12 reps, hip abductions, 3 sets of 10 reps per leg, seated hip flexor march, 3 sets of 12 reps per leg. Wednesday, glute bridges, 4 sets, hip abductions, 3 sets with resistance band, seated hip flexor march, 3 sets, slow tempo. Friday, glute bridges, 3 sets, hip abductions, 4 sets, seated hip flexor march, 3 sets with ankle weights. If you experience hip pain or stiffness, adding gentle stretching before and after these exercises can further improve flexibility and comfort. Stronger hips, better mobility, healthier aging. Your hips play a vital role in how well you move, balance, and stay active as you age. Weak hip muscles can lead to pain, instability, and limited mobility, making daily activities harder and increasing the risk of falls. However, by incorporating these 3 simple exercises, you can reverse muscle loss, improve hip strength, and enhance overall mobility. Glute bridges help strengthen and stabilize the pelvis, reducing lower back pain. Standing hip abductions build hip stability, preventing balance issues. Seated hip flexor marches restore hip mobility and flexibility, ensuring that walking and movement remain smooth and pain-free. Whether you're looking to prevent future hip problems, reduce stiffness, or regain strength, these exercises provide an easy, effective, and joint-friendly solution. Start today, stay consistent, and enjoy stronger, more resilient hips for years to come.